Okay, this is Word Skill 2.2, changing fonts, and also 2.3, changing font sizes. We'll do them both together. The code word for this one will be drag, D-R-A-G. So what you see here is a couple of different fonts. There's a number of different fonts in Word that you can use, and that's basically the style of the text that's displayed. One thing to be careful of, use multiple fonts sparingly because it can distract from your purpose. But to change a font, select the text you want, or just change the font and then start typing. But if you select the text that you want to change, up here on the Home tab, you can see right here this is the Calibri font. If I click this little drop down arrow, I get a number of different fonts here. You can see all the different ones, and as I hover over them I get a preview of what it would look like if I change to that. You can see there's a lot of fonts that come with Word, and all I have to do is just click on one and I change it. And that's basically all there is to changing fonts. You can also right click on it, and up here in the mini toolbar it'll appear. You can select the font there also. That's changing fonts. Like I said, use those sparingly. I'm going to show you an example here of an improper way to use fonts. If you're writing an essay, you don't want to change fonts in the middle of your essay. You may have a heading that uses a different font, but all of your headings should use the same font. All of your paragraphs should use, if it's a different font, all the paragraphs should use the same font as each other. You can see here this is very distracting. We've got a paragraph with one font, the next paragraph is another font, and the next paragraph another. So don't do this with fonts. It takes away from the purpose of your document. The next thing, here's an example of using different fonts. If you're making a flyer, it's a good idea to use different fonts within that, because it kind of draws your attention to each part of it separately. So that's just an example of using multiple fonts together. Or something like a flyer, good. Something like an essay, not so good. Now to change font sizes, it's very simple too. Select the text that you want to change the font size to. Right next to the fonts is the font size, and again, just like with the fonts, you can scroll over and see a preview of what it'll look like, and then when you find it, just click on it. Also right click on it and you get the same mini toolbar up here for changing the font size. So that is changing fonts and changing font sizes.